A special entertainment being made by our African lady to her visitors. Yes, this another, African special. If you're in the land of Tanzania or in any part of Africa, you realize that this is a special meal usually taken by most Africans in the morning. For the procession of this particular cake is usually done, in most Africans' home, to sustain time and also to be able to quench hunger before the main tour, according to Africans. Some Africans, appreciate this particular meal mostly in the morning, and some other person will prefer taking this particular delicacy in the evening. Seeing to this, some persons usually takes this with salt and sugar, while some other person would prefer stew or there's a kind of a leaf or soup being used to take this particular special delicacy. Our African lady has been taught by her mom how to prepare this special delicacy. As you can see, she's in fact doing it so perfectly well. Prior to the visitors, that came all the way from the Chinese state, he has been, with them, and guess what? Yes, during the stay, our African lady parents, entertain him and give him the most welcome. And as you can see, he's testing this special delicacy. The environment of Tanzania is so peaceful that the Chinese people stays more peaceful. Believe me, intermarriage is another way to exploit another culture and tradition of another state. For those that beating down the system should come and watch this particular clip and others which will be coming your way on this subsequent edition. If be with us, you have to check in our recent video. You realize that the culture and tradition of each state have been complying. Marriage is another way to join to stay together. Marriage, football, and other sport activities per se helps a lot to cause should I say yes, interrelationship between one state to another, between one culture to another. It creates a kind of unity. It can create a kind of environment for transparency. The visiting of her Chinese husband in the land of Tanzania and also her sister, as you can see, has created a lot of transparency and a kind of unity, love, and her stay has taught us so much on how to relate with others and also how to welcome those who are not from our state and those who are coming new into our environment, as their stay has caused a kind of relationship between our African lady parents and her in-law, or should I say and her Chinese husband. Yes, this has created a kind of bond, a strong bond. Just imagine her African lady goes to Tanzania without her husband, or her husband is in Chinese environment or with a baby. It would have been another case per se, but in this case the family is being united. There's a kind of bond and there's a kind of know more about who you're dating and who you're getting married to, and this opportunity has created a kind of avenue for African lady to understand who her husband is. Without him coming, without this happening, it will not be, it would have been another case. The family would have been saying different kind of thing, or people might be saying different kind of thing. But these particular actions and the planning, cause a kind of unity, and it cause kind of knowing who their daughter is being married to, and this gives a African lady parents a lot of joy, having understand that Chinese husband is a calm and a kind of person that can explore and do more things in the family. Yes, they are so much happy for his stay, and they're so much happy having him around. Yes, our visitors, from Chinese environment. As you can see, he also tried to relate, and not even try, he related with the Tanzania environment, going as far as checking the exploit of gold. You can see that the African people are very hardworking people. They do a lot of taxes, and one will be thinking all this digging, all this searching is to get a huge gold, but surprisingly it's a very tiny gold. But notwithstanding, hard work pays. When they gather one and they gather two, they gather three, when they join it together, it becomes so large. So the search for gold is not that easy in the Tanzania environment. Having a little stool and also a manpower. Just look, for instance, these guys have a kind of machine that would detect the dog and bring out all this particular gold. It will be more easier for them to harvest a lot and a large number of gold. But notwithstanding, with their manpower, they are able to do the little they can, and this makes made Chinese husband and also visitors from Chinese environment to come to experience the exploit in which the African brothers are doing over in Tanzania. Well, as you can see that the African lands are so blessed with different natural resources. Apart from the foodies and agriculture, apart from the various, exploit, the funds and all of that, recreational centers and all of the foodies, the animals and the wildlife and all of that, there is also treasure in the land of Africa. On seeing this visitor from the land of Chinese is so much happy, to see the hard work in which the people are doing, and also he felt so much interested, and this gives him a lot of joy, and to notify them to know that the land of Africa and the people of Africa are so hardworking and they can do more exploits. Some other parts of Africa deals with the land or deals with fishing, while some other parts, deals with cultivation of crops, food crops, while some other parts, deals with farming and all of that. Yes, the coming to Africa has caused a lot of changes in her African lady husband and also even their visitor. They came to realize that the people of Africa is transparent. They came to realize that the people of Africa, they are loving, and in fact they are welcoming. The people of Africa, can go a long way, to cause all kind of changes in the lives of their visitors. All right, this is where I'll be wrapping up today's episode. I hope you're enlightened onto this package. Please to stay tuned and stay blessed, and always remember, lovelies, stay cool for now. Bye for now.